and crisp, but because stories can be long. But just to let everybody know, my name is Preeti Puri Agrawal once more, and I am a mindful life skill coach, transformation coach. I'm also a mindfulness coach. Uh, Mindfulness occurred to me. It is in me naturally from a very long time, but it typically struck me in 2010, 2011. So it goes way back in time when I met my co-sister. So my husband's younger brother's wife. So this was when I met her. She was really lively a person, and I observed her like I saw the way she was. I literally felt at that point in time that she was living in the moment. And it's that point which, when I started to acquainting myself with what mindfulness is, or what is being mindful, what is like living in the present moment. So all of this, people would have heard about mindfulness, right? So yes, it started way long back. It occurred to me again, once again. I was not practicing completely. It was more natural in me. Of course, I started to embed small little practices, but it occurred to me in 2012 once more with a big blow in my life. I will not go into the depth there, but I started to go with that event in my life. I started to turn inward to get some answers for myself. And of course, I went with first a 21-day meditation course, which started from there. And of course, it's very it's said that 21 days, if you do a certain thing for 21 days continuously, it's you do become habitual. You do make it a habit, right? And yes, for certain time it was. And later, of course, with my job, my child, my family, everything, it used to go up and down, but I used to turn inward as and when I needed really to connect with myself and get answers. So that did help. Now, mindfulness as a complete practice, and being mindful only started completely with me a year back. About a year back when I got my ailing mother to my house, and shortly in 3 months, we lost her. So it typically started, I would say, at a full-fledged flare into last year. And now I do a certain good amount of set of activities to be mindful. And I have my, I want to impart this knowledge to a lot of people, because it has helped me a lot. I was one angry ball, but I moved my anger to really settle and calm myself down. It worked to handle my stress, my anger with my child as well. So I didn't have to do an anger management course, frankly speaking. I could use mindfulness to even bring my anger down, to bring my stress levels down. And whenever I am feeling anxiety, overwhelmed, I do apply certain practices, and I am more mindful. So that's very short about, not so short, but short introduction about myself. On that note, I would like to just define mindfulness or being mindful, and then we'll do a small activity. Yeah. Okay. So I'll go a little slow here because the words we use is very important. So to me, being mindful is being here now. Okay. I'm going to go one more step ahead and tell you it's being in the present moment. One more step ahead, it's living in the moment. All of this sounds weird till now. I'll move ahead. It's being present and aware. So your attention and awareness is very important in this moment, right? I'll go further ahead. It's being present and aware of what we are, right? To add to that, of what we are and what we are doing in this moment. Okay. Uh, I'm going to add
Repeat,
something
Preeti.
more.
Let them make a note if you can repeat
Yes,
it again.
sure. I'll go a little
All
more
the
slow,
points.
and
Yeah,
let's start from the top. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
It's being here now. It's being present in the moment. It's living in this moment. It's being present and aware of yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. Okay? It's being present and aware of where we are now. Of where we are now and what we are doing. Okay, I'm going to complicate this a bit now, okay, because we have to understand it. Okay, so additionally, it's about not being reactive. It's about having the ability to be responsive. Okay, it's about not being in a past event or a moment, or it's about not being in future, already getting overwhelmed by what will happen to me in the next moment, whether I'll be able to do this assignment, whether I'm going to do well in my job. Okay, so the future moments, right, it worries us a lot, right? So it's not about that, it's about being here now in this moment. So that's about the definition, right, the theory.
So can we ask everyone, have you tried something about mindfulness? How difficult was it or how easy? Or do you already have some daily mindfulness practices? Everybody can share, please, either in the chat or you can unmute and speak. Anyone? What do you understand by mindfulness? How do you practice?
Yeah, I think let me give an example if people can connect with that and bring it up. So just to give you an example, right? It's like when we eat our food, okay, and especially when we are eating our favorite food, isn't it yum? But do you even remember how it tasted after you finished it? Do you even remember how it tasted after you finished eating it? Do you have you sensed it? Have you kept it on your tongue for some time and understood what it was? What were the flavors? Can you really, when you eat your favorite food, really define in terms of what all ingredients probably would have gone into it? Yeah. So if you were more mindful, for sure, you would understand or be able to recognize every little detail of your food, right? The texture, the color, the shape, the size, right? And of course, the aromas, right? I'll give you one more simple example here. In fact, slightly complicated,
Shilpa
right?
says when we try new dishes, that is more exciting and they would be more mindful. I think that's what she means when they try the new dishes.
Absolutely. And in fact, I've heard this from people, when they are cooking, some of them really feel very, it's a stress buster. Like they feel they are meditating into it because they are just in that moment with that cooking, and it helps them relieve their stress. So it kind of really is helpful, right? Also, when you're talking, right, and when you're talking with someone, in that moment you are talking, but in couple of seconds later you have no clue. For certain seconds you lost it, like you have no clue what the other person said. So mindfulness for sure is also about having the ability to listen actively to a person, like mindful listening. Yeah.
Okay, Rajesh has a question. Can you say
sure.
it? Try to live with family and kids during quarantine and try to cook. Some went well, some didn't. Is that mindfulness?
Some went well and some didn't.
Yeah.
So if you are mindful, you will not judge yourself. So I will come there. I was about to bring this up. When you are mindful, really, you will not judge yourself really in terms of, whether I made good, bad, etc. You are more accepting in nature, and I will get there. It's slightly complicated, so I want you to feel through all the all through as I go about it. But yeah, as being mindful is also about not being judgmental, so you don't judge yourself.
Yeah, in the context of this meeting, being mindful for oneself, by oneself, I I completely resonate. But as a parent, how does it help as a parent, and the equation between the parent and child, how we can make it
Sure.
better by practicing mindfulness? Can you guide us, Preeti?
Sure. So let me give you an, because mindfulness is such it's a concept which, I would like to explain with example
Yeah, you two
rather
are a
than,
parent. You can share some
yeah. So
examples.
I, for everybody to know, I have a 8-year-old son, and last year, okay, so this happened last year. So this small short story that I'm going to share about what exactly happened to us. So I come back home from my work around 7:38 at night, and typically around 7:30. And when I get back home, most of the times my boy is generally down playing in the play area or with his friends. So there was this one day when I got back home, and most of the time my husband is back before I get back. So that day my husband wasn't home. This boy was home. He was not down, so I didn't have to really shout and call him back home. And I saw him. He generally smiles, of course, when I get in and I greet him. But that day his smile was a little painful. And I spent a couple of seconds to see and feel what he was feeling. And I realized when I was mindful in that moment, I realized there was something not correct. And I generally have this habit of, as a parent, when I get back home, I ask him how was his day, how was his school, was there anything new he learned, is there everything well went in his play area today, how was his friends, etc. So that day when I asked him these simple questions, he felt jittery. He was not able to answer with that much of openness as he would in general do. He felt very stiff, and I sat there for a few seconds, and told myself, okay, I'm going to find out what has happened. So I held this boy's hand, and I asked him. His hands were cold. It's generally warm. So now, if I'm mindful here, I know the touch. I know how my boy felt earlier and how he's feeling now. His body was stiff. He didn't seem as flexible as he would otherwise. He was holding on to something inside. And I asked him, so what happened? He was hesitant. I drilled in further to see what happened, and this boy opened up slightly, saying that, you know, I had a fight in a play area. I said, okay, so what happened? So now he would tell me slowly that my friend asked me to throw a stone, and I did that. And Mama, I broke a glass window of somebody's house. So I said, fine. I I was a little unhappy for sure because he's broken a glass of somebody's house. My first concern was I hope it did not hit anybody. Second was, of course, oh, it has broken a glass and we now need to repair it for somebody, and it will cost, for sure it costs. So there was a lot of emotions, feelings, thoughts coming into me also at that point in time. I had to be more mindful at that point and tell myself, it's okay, we will fix it, but right now I need to deal with my child first. So there are varied ways. Can I ask somebody if you would like to come up and tell me what would you do in a situation like this? Anybody who wants to volunteer can talk, chat, whatever you
And
feel like,
unmute
but what
and
would you do?
talk. Huh.
Yeah.
Or chat also.
Anyone?
Anything is okay. Yeah, Tejasvi. You can unmute
Hello.
and speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First thing is because he was already showing that he was guilty about what he has done. Look,
Yeah.
he's aware of it and he's feeling bad about it. So I would first appreciate him for that and say that, yeah, mom and dad are there. We'll go talk with them, apologize them, or do whatever repair is needed later. But also appreciate him that he has accepted it and he opened it with you.
Absolutely, that's a very good point. Had I not appreciated, right? Thank you, Tejasvi, for talking, right, and giving your view on this. It's really important that we appreciate that the child is also going through certain emotions, right? Stepping into the other person's shoes and also taking that view of what they would feel like. Like I had my apprehensions that this boy was going through a turmoil because he was scared to talk about it. And if I would or my husband would at that point not connect with him and let him know it's okay, we will do something about it. And it would, next time he would probably not even talk about it. If I at that point was furious, shouting, yelling, or getting angry at him, he would next time definitely not come and talk about it, right? So couple of points here, right? And of course,
that leads
the
me to
next
the next sorry, that leads me to the next question. See, before you
yeah.
got angry, you were mindful that in that particular instant.
Yes.
But I want to ask, for example, in an office situation we are very stressed, or at home you are angry, you're really angry, maybe with your spouse or the child. When you're already in anger, or when you're already in stress, how to bring back your mind to that calmness and be mindful of the calm feelings? How can you do it?
Yeah.
Any trick for that you please suggest?
Yeah, so of course, this would come as a next step, because we will
Yeah.
do something as an
Okay.
activity, right?
Okay. You'll get us do
So
that. Okay. Right.
yeah, but I'll answer that, Veena. But I
Sure.
just want to complete the story.
Sure.
So my husband came back home, and I told him, and I made him aware that he's spoken to me about it. Now there are next steps to do, right? And my husband spoke to the owner. We got this fixed in a few days, but the fact is, we got it fixed. We did not get angry on him, but we did let him know assertively that, Vyom, this was wrong. Okay, we support you, we are with you, and you are also, there is, it's wrong to on somebody else's, your friends asked you to throw a stone and you just threw it. So we also let him know that it was wrong and you should not repeat it. And at the end of it, not just me being mindful, not just handling it in a mindful way. My husband kindly appreciated the fact that we both in that situation were able to handle the entire situation very nicely, like that. That relationship itself was also very strong, like both of us were in tandem in the way we handled the child. So that is also very important, right? So overall, uh, it needed a lot of mindfulness in different steps. Yes, we were. Now coming to Veena's point, before I get to tell you like how probably in that tough situation, or when you're already stressed, how you can do it, uh, can I ask you guys to just use your paper pen that you've got and quickly do one task for me? Is everybody with me?
I hope all of you have notebooks and pens. Otherwise, take a few seconds if you need to get them.
Yeah, and if
Because
you
let us
don't
do
have,
practical, rather than just theory. Let us practice mindfulness and understand what it is and how we can use in the practical day-to-day life.
yeah,
I hope everyone are with the notebooks. Yes, Rajesh says yes. Need some more time, anyone? Yeah, Divya also says yes.
okay, cool. Let's start. So
Okay.
I want you to do this for me. We all know ABCD, right? So can I ask you guys to write ABCD till J, one floor?
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक क्या बोलने मतलब उसका?
Somebody is sharing screen, Veena?
Oh, no. I thought it was yours.
Oh no.
Oh, their pic is that one, the profile pic.
All right, I got it. All right. So if you can write quickly A to J for me.
Vertical, A, B, C, D, E, F.
Anyway, horizontal, vertical, whatever comes to your mind is perfectly all right. A to J. Once you're done, if you can just
Nursery
bring your
school, you're
hand up.
taking us back
Yeah.
to kindergarten and
Yeah.
nursery.
In fact, you guys can do this with your kids at home. So
Oh, no.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. If you're done, let me know. Then I can tell you the next step.
Yeah, done.
Yeah. Okay. Can you now do? We will now combine alphabets with number. Okay. So A1, B2, C3, and so on till J10. Can you do that?
Oh, Geetanjali, no problem. Okay.
I'll repeat it. Okay. There is somebody who wants me to repeat the task. Okay.
Yeah.
So can you guys write A, B, C, D till J? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Can you write that? Done? Cool. Can you now write A1, B2, C3, so on till J10? Okay. Now you will write, yes. So now you will write AB1, ABC2, ABCD3, so on. Let's see how much you can write. Once you're done writing till 10, or if you want to stop at 5, I'm fine.
This can go on and on.
Yeah. All right. So the point I'm trying to make now, I need somebody to talk out and tell me how easy was it to do the last step.
I guess, shall I speak?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
please.
This is
go
Rubina
ahead.
here.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Rubina from Kolhapur. Actually, I found it very interesting. And I guess that is bringing up a good pattern of cognitive thinking.
Okay. And can you tell me what came to your mind when you were doing this?
I remember my child time coding and decoding in the school when we wanted to pass messages to our classmates and wanted to have a lot of mischiefs going around on the backbenches.
Okay.
And
Cool.
definitely, I'm an educationalist, so applying it in the present situation to deal
Yeah.
most of the things which the young kids are going through actually. I mean,
Yeah.
I work with the teens more, and I'm very happy that you came up with a concept which is before teens. So it's going to help me a lot. You are going to be a base for me, and without base, there can be
Wow.
nothing actually.
Amazing.
I'm
Thank you
very
so much.
grateful to
And
you created this thing, yeah, no?
yeah, great.
Okay.
Great to hear that. Anybody else wants to add? But I was trying to bring a point here. It was basically when you are juggling between tasks, right? You juggle
Mm-hmm.
between A and you juggle between adding numeral to it, like alphabets and numerals. Some more pattern, I added more AB and then a numeral, add ABCD and then a numeral. So something like this, right? So we have multiple task in hand. What I'm trying to add here is that when you have multiple things going on in the same moment at the same point in time, and especially, at least I come from an IT background as well, so we do a lot of activities we try to do in the same point in time, like email as well as be on call and also handle something specifically that I'm working on, specific given task. So when you're trying to multitask, how does your brain react? Are you able to do it with ease or are you finding difficult?
Yeah, sometimes we are making a thought, and sometimes we are taking a fraction of time and trying to correlate the numeric thing with the alphabets, like the
Amazing.
variable with the consonants.
Yeah. So basically, you were not really mindful. Your thoughts varied. You went here, you went there, you went somewhere else. So there was definitely something which you connected with past and future, or a lot of things happened in that moment itself. So this is just to tell you that we are not really mindful or present in that moment when we are doing a lot of tasks together. So to parents, one request is when you are working or doing something, do it with full focus. That's very important. And when you are stressed, coming to the next point, unless if somebody has any question or wants to add something, I
Yeah.
will give it to stop here, but I'm going to make you do another activity.
About this ABCD, someone may share opinion. And another 6 minutes in this meeting, by chance we get cut, please join back with the same link. Preeti has still much more to offer, so please.
Oh yeah.
I said it is 5:45. It may go up to 6 also. It's a request. So come back and stay till the end of the program. And yeah, please do share about this ABCD or something else anyone likes to add.
Yeah, see, I mean, my observation, my experience, as long as it's only work, 4-5 works I have to do, it's fine. But the moment some criticism comes, or some negative comment comes, that's where I shot up. Like, otherwise, some kind of negative comments, it really triggers bad, reactions.
Okay. All right. So the next exercise will kind of help you with that. And Tejasvi, this is something very common. We all face it. But point is, you have to stop. So this is where I'm coming now. In the moment that is not feeling good. Uh, so it's very important we turn a little inwards to understand what exactly did not feel good, right? Now you really need to tap into what caused a particular feeling, thought, or an emotion in me at that point in time. So when we are really able to tap into what triggered it, would you really be able to openly accept and work towards making a change happen? Most of the times we are able to get to that level and make a shift and a change, okay? But there are certain things in life where you just need to accept, okay? And for example, like when I lost my mother, or when anybody loses somebody, right, you have no other way but to accept it, right? So there are certain things which we will end up accepting, but there are certain things which definitely needs more focus and attention, and to understand what are we feeling and why are we feeling. Only when we have that clarity in terms of what we feel can we really be able to make a shift or a change, right? Does that answer a bit? But I will get you to do one small practice so that you feel a little more calmer, reduce your stress, okay?
But today I understood something new. Mindfulness I thought was a serious kind of activity, but having fun also you can be mindful. I really understood today, Preeti. Thank you
Oh
so much.
yes, oh yes. And I want to I just want to add here, right? So when we joined, we said, some of us are already doing meditation,
Yeah.
and we are confused whether when I'm doing meditation, am I doing mindfulness also, or what is it? There's a slight confusion around what is meditation different, how is it different from mindfulness. So just to let you guys know, when you go and work out in a gym, you are working out to create muscles. Say for example, somebody works out their arms to create muscles, right? So just in the same way, to me, meditation is an exercise, okay? But the resultant of it is a lifestyle change, which is being mindful.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a lifestyle change, it's a lifestyle in itself, okay? So it's an exercise, as a meditation is an exercise to be more mindful. If that helps you understand and correlate, then this is how maybe you can think through it.
So can I say mindfulness is the higher level? I mean, sorry, meditation is higher level of being mindful. It's the same thing, but level changes. Is that so?
Yeah, and you could say that a lot of people use mindfulness as a tool to be meditative as well. Okay. Yes. All right. So I have an activity, but I need like probably 3 to 5 minutes. Will this get over, and we would like to connect back? Is that how we do? And in the if we still have 2 minutes, I'm going to give maybe parents a tip over here in terms of something that they can do with their kids today to be mindful at home. Veena, you are on mute, but I take that as a yes. Okay. So parents, you can write this down. I just want you to listen or read a story to your kid today. Okay. And without any distraction, not while working for sure, not with a mobile phone in and around you, no. So please use a book if possible, no gadgets. So read a story by being fully present with your child today. Okay. And you please feel free to drop in comments later to maybe Veena or and let her know how you felt. Any emotion. Am I audible? Yes, am I audible? Okay.
Preeti, yes, you're audible. Yeah.
Okay, great. So any emotions, any feelings, any thoughts that come to you when you're doing that to your child, please tap into it. Like have it in, register that and do write down. It's a reflection of what you, as an activity, what you did. So when you do it, do write down how you felt when you did that with them. And if anybody is already doing that on a daily basis, please feel free to share something here with everybody. That also works. So
To
that
make
kind
the
that,
child sit for a
yeah.
long time, like how many minutes do you suggest with this activity? Story.
Story,
Uh,
a
like,
chapter. Please,
okay.
any book that you use, a chapter. Okay. If you are ready to read 4, I'm okay. I'm
No, no,
fine. But
we
at
are
least
ready.
a chapter.
Child should cooperate. I feel so. That's my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah, a chapter. I think it's less than a minute. We join back and then I will take you through one exercise for today.
Okay. We'll take a
Yeah,
short break. Sure.
thanks.
One question or just comment Geetanjali had in the meanwhile. She said if we juggle too many tasks, we tend to make errors. So, and she's thank you for the explanation.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Gitanjali, for that input. That's true.
My pleasure. And the story but that you were talking about, I do tend to help my daughter with her homework or even read out. It gets you a better connect with the child. She really
Are we all back? So, do we have Gitanjali back? She was talking and we lost her in between.
Yeah, Geetanjali.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gitanjali, you were talking and we lost you. You want to talk to us again? Do you want to share that again?
like because of Corona, since I'm able to spend more time with my daughter, like you said, read stories or any articles or help her with the homework, etc. It
Yeah.
kind of connects better with the child. I haven't had that feeling for a long time because she's been in boarding and we spent about 3-4 months this time together. So it's a different connect. She feels or finds me like more like a friend and that I understand her more. It's not that I'm any different. I'm the same mom, but I
Yes.
see that she relates with me absolutely in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for sharing that because, this happens to us. Like, I relate with it. I have been like that. There were moments with me when I was out of house for really long hours of working, and my son would probably just see me for 10-15 minutes in a day. And I felt terrible. Like, if I have few more minutes to just add to a story, I can add one more here because, it's relevant probably if you hear this. My heart swells because there was a moment when I was working like a dog, a pig, and I saw my son for a very less time. And there was a time when he drew a picture, like drawing of where he was. He was in a play area with his father, playing happy and everything, right? Now, when he was asked, "Where is Mama?" his answer was, "Mama is in office." And every time he'll meet a friend of mine in the play area, he would, "Where's Mama? Mama is in the office." So for
True.
him, this has become Mama is in the office every now and then. So he was not able to see him. It's not his fault, right? But it hit me hard when I heard this, when I saw this, and it hit my husband was like, "You've got to do something about this because the boy is missing you." You know, and it's like if I was not mindful in that moment, I wouldn't have understood this. I understood this. I even shifted my job because it's a very big thing. I was doing really well. I was in a success path, but I gave it up because my son did not feel me around, did not feel importance of a mother being there. He was losing it. So I decided, I made a genuine effort and I decided I will make that shift. Yeah, okay. So yes, thank you. All
I
right,
connect
now
with
go
completely.
ahead.
I've been a single parent for 11 years now, and there have been moments now in these couple of months that my daughter's told me umpty number of times, "आपने मेरे साथ time spent कब किया है? When have you sat down with me?" And
Yeah.
it's scares me through and through. I can't tell you. My heart has bled, but it's been a fact. So I truly understand what you said.
Yes.
Completely.
While it is important that we understand this, it's also very important we don't kill ourselves with it. This is the thought which kills us, right? We, it's okay. We have to accept certain times because, maybe I'm just thinking through this, Gitanjali, right now, maybe being a single parent itself is a very big challenge, and you can't probably be 100% always for the child and available, right? But when you make up for it in small pockets, it works. And just be grateful and thankful for that. And when you are there for her, it's just be there for her. Don't think of work or we do pick up our phone even when we are sitting with our own child and talking to them, and we are distracted. And all I'm asking is, do these small little things in a day. It just takes you to be present for them in that moment. That's it.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
So it
All
means
right.
when normally we say we should have quality time with our kids. So this bringing mindfulness automatically makes the time very qualitative. Is it so, Preeti?
Yes, definitely. That is it. Thanks for putting in the right words.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, normally the quality time we hear often. So how? I think this is the trick. By being mindful while we are with the child, even for a few minutes, that increases the quality of time we spend with them. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and like Gitanjali said, it very much makes a relationship between a child and a parent very good, right? Stronger. All right, so I have this small activity that I would make you. It's also kind of a meditation, but it's not like going into non feeling meditation when you are really in the still moments, right? But I would make you think through certain things. When I talk through, you can put yourself on mute when you do this exercise, and when I'm talking through this, I will ask you to feel certain thoughts, emotions, etc. So that's for you to answer for yourself. If just keep that in mind. You don't have to talk through anybody. You can keep yourself mute. I'm not asking you to tell that to me. Keep it to yourself. But and that moment, feel it. Okay. So that's the whole idea. And I will tell you the why I'm doing this later on. Yeah. All right. So guys, if you can all go on mute, I will be talking through this, and uh, please make yourself comfortable. Just sit comfortably. If you're cross-leg fine. Take a slight backrest. Do not lean backward. You should not sleep for sure. Um, and yeah, just sit comfortably. All right. Feel free to close eyes if you want. If you're okay to keep your eyes open, I'm fine with that as well. Anything, whatever works for you. We'll start with 5 deep breaths. So 5 deep relaxing breaths. I need you to breathe in till the count of 6 with your through your nose, and hold it for the count of 4, and breathe out till the count of 8. So I'm going to guide you through now. So please breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it there for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release it through your mouth. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. We'll do this 5 times. Okay. Go at your pace. If this count is not working for you, it's okay. Just do your own counting. Go at your pace. One more breath, deep breath. Breathe in. Hold it there. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Hold it there. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. One last time. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, keep your eyes closed. And please bring your attention to the top of your head, the crown area. Continue to breathe slowly. Just relax into your breath. Just tap into what do you feel right now. Is there any stiffness in your body? Any feelings? Any kind of tightness? Any tingling sensations? And keep breathing. Slowly move your attention to the side of your ears. Let's start with right. Bring your attention to the left ear. Accept any sound around you. Listen to them. Do you hear something? Do you sense anything? How do you feel? Bring your attention to the throat area, your jaw, your chin, your cheeks, your facial muscles. Are they soft? Are they tight? Can you all smile softly? Please bring that smile gently. Can you notice, feel the chair or the bed or seat wherever you are sitting? Can you feel it? Can you feel your weight on it? Do you feel your back touching your pillow or your chair? Do you have any emotions, any feelings in this moment? Any sensations in your body? Slowly bring your attention to the stomach area, lower back. Just soften yourself, loosen yourself up, relax, breathe. Just breathe. Notice where your hands are, where are your arms. Can you feel any sensation in them? Any kind of tightness? Any tingle? Bring your attention to your legs. Your feet. Where is your feet right now? Is it touching your floor? Is it touching a bed or some kind of soft material? Where is your leg? Is it on the slippers? Can you feel your footwear? Now notice your whole body. Be with it, be aware of it. Just be in this moment as best as you can. Do you have any sensations, any thoughts, any feelings, any emotions coming to you? Notice them. Notice them like clouds coming in and going. Let them pass by. Okay, now when you're ready, please rub your palms with both. Bring your palms together and rub them. Let them be warm and place them on your eyes. Few seconds, just feel the warmth on your eyes. And when you're ready, please open your eyes. All right, are we back? Take your time. So if you're ready, can you come on the camera? Can anybody wants to talk anything? Anybody wants to express anything? I would like to hear.
Veena says feeling light. Geetanjali at bliss. Shilpa feeling good. Thank you so much, Preeti.
Thank you. So that's
Anyone wants
amazing.
to express, unmute and please speak.
Yes. Okay, that's fair. You know, I mean, I know what it feels like. Go ahead. Veena, you sharing something with us?
Neeta says was having a headache, feeling better. Lakshmi is relaxed. Geetanjali, me too, Neeta. Wow, okay.
Amazing. Okay, if nobody has anything to add, I would now like to tell you what we did. So when we are stressed, there is anxiety. Parents stop, or sorry if there are people who are not parents as well, please use this. Stop in that moment. Wait, hold it. It's okay to pause in a day, even in a busy day. Take that pause, take a few deep breaths, calm yourself down. You know, even when we are on a flight, there is this instruction given to us: wear your mask first, before you help somebody else. So what I'm trying to say is, it's okay to take a pause, take your few deep breaths, you know, and feel the calmness first in yourself, and observe, notice, pay attention, and with curiosity, right, to know exactly what you're feeling. And I will repeat this because I said this few minutes back and I wanted you guys to feel it through the activity. I said be more accepting, be more non-judgmental even about yourself and of the child, right? When you are in that state of being more accepting and non-judgmental, you are more clear, you have more clarity of what your thoughts and emotions are, you are able to tap into them better and take the right action, right? I understand we all are going through a lot of stress, and especially in this COVID situation, it is not easy. I hear you, like my heart goes out for everybody. And this is why I feel it is really extremely important for everybody to be mindful, because when we are mindful, we are more focused, we have more clarity on the next steps, right? So it is important to just stop for a while, take that pause, breathe, take few deep breaths, observe yourself, notice what you're feeling, and proceed. So I've literally said stop because S stands for talk, stop and take a pause. T stands for take a few deep breaths. O stands for observing, noticing, paying attention, and then proceed, because you are in a clear mental state. So that's really it. I did like to hear from people. Overall.
So Preeti, any daily practice would that help us, like every day morning as soon as we wake up, or before we sleep, just 5 to 10 minutes, some breathing, some practices. Will it help us to develop this mindfulness by
Definitely.
practicing
Yes.
daily?
Definitely, yes, Veena. And on that note, right, I would like to tell people that I'm opening up a free WhatsApp group for the next 7 days.
Oh.
Because that's something I really want to give out to everybody, and I will give you each day activity to do and be mindful. It is not going to be big. It's going to start. We all need to start with a simple 3 to 5 minutes activity, and that's in that day, and you need to reflect back for sure. And if everybody feels the need to reflect back as a group, at the end of the 7 days we can all gather together on a Zoom meeting again and share our thoughts and experiences to even make this better for somebody else, right? So yes, I
That's
can give you
awesome.
these
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, you can share your contact details so that they can get in touch with you. You can form a WhatsApp group. I'll also be
Yes.
interested, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. And just to let you guys know, I would have generally offered this just free, but I would want you to make your own, like pay as you like, make your own contribution into it. I'm not going to ask you any amount. It's what you like to pay. And to add to that, this amount that I gather from all mindful people will go for a charity. I am not going to keep it. In fact, also to add to that, I'm going to match up some percentage as much generous people are to it and go for charity. So
And nice
yeah,
gesture. Awesome.
there.
Awesome, Preeti. Lovely.
My aim is to make people mindful. My vision is to have people, not just be mindful and also apply it and send it out to other people. It really helps. I have handled my stress. I have been able to be from an angry boy to a much calmer mother. So yes, please go ahead, try and do small activities each day and be mindful. Thank you so much.
Share your number,
It's been a
Preeti.
pleasure.
Please share your
Sure.
number so
I'll
that
just
they
write
can
this
get
up
in
on the
touch.
chat. I'll give my mail
Yeah.
ID. Veena, I'm going to share the WhatsApp group link, which I
Yeah,
create
sure,
today
sure.
and share with
Right now,
friends. Yeah?
you can all click and join, and also Preeti would give the contact details. And if you have more queries, you can always ask her either personally, you can WhatsApp her, or you can ask in the WhatsApp group. This is nice that they connect back to you after this meeting also. So they have your contact number. Yeah, mindfulcoachpreeti@gmail.com is the email. You all can note down. mindfulcoachpreeti. Preeti. Mobile number is send the WhatsApp link. They could join. Okay.
Yeah, I will send that, and but I propose to start this on 1st July for everybody.
1st
So
July. Okay. Okay. So this
great.
will be not restricted to parents. Anyone can join and be mindful.
Anyone can
And
join.
as a parent, whatever tips Preeti would be again interacting with you all. So as a person, I always presume that is why I call you. Came today. Last week, my friend Jaya came and shared healthy recipes for children. So see, we are parent as well as a person. Okay, first of
Yes.
all, I believe empowered parent equals empowered child. That is my mantra actually. Yeah, welcome,
Amazing.
Aarti. So, empowered parent, when I say as not only empowered as a parent, as a person also, the better person you are, you can be a better parent. It is vice versa also. So, that is why I consider the parent as a holistic person and I want the holistic development for the child. So, that is how this value inputs would help the parents in motion. I can always put your contact details, they'll get in touch with you. Instead of putting direct WhatsApp link, I'll put Preeti's number there in the parenting group. Most of you are from the parenting group. So you can get back in touch with her and she'll share the WhatsApp invite. You can join the 7-day mindfulness course and very practical. She'll make you practice. That's well and good. Otherwise,
Yes.
no, even mindfulness, we have to be mindful of practicing. Otherwise, we tend to forget. Okay,
Yeah, and
thank
it's
you
not a
everyone.
burden. I just want everybody to know it's not a burden. It's
Awesome.
just 3 5 minutes of being mindful. So yeah,
Awesome.
feel free to join.
Thanks
Great.
all. Thank you so much,
Bye-bye.
Preeti. Thanks, my dear friend
Pleasure.
Preeti. Thank you all.
Pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.